A week ago today, little James Bulger disappeared while shopping with his mother in the Bootle Strand shopping precinct. 2 youths were seen walking him away. His body was found 2 days later on a railway line in Walton near Liverpool. Today, the police investigating the murder announced a breakthrough in their inquiries.
Following the abduction of James Bulger from the New Strand shopping precinct in Bootle on Friday the 12th of February 1993, and the subsequent findings of his body on the railway line in Walton on Sunday the 14th of February, 2 boys aged 10 years from Walton area have been arrested and are currently being interviewed by Merseyside police at police stations on Merseyside. It is stressed that the boys are currently being interviewed in relation to these matters. At this stage, it is not known if charges will follow.
Today's announcement came after hundreds of calls to the incident room overnight, following the first screening on television last night of an enhanced video photograph of the 2 youths seen with James. It can no longer be shown for legal reasons. More than 40 names were generated, but 3 kept cropping up, police said. However, one report says the arrests of the 2 10-year-olds were actually made yesterday morning in secret. Police apparently keen to avoid the disturbances earlier this week, when a 12-year-old boy was questioned, then eliminated from inquiries. At lunchtime, Superintendent Kirby was asked whether it was possible that 10-year-olds would appear in court facing a charge of murder.
Yes, I think in all probability that will be the obvious final outcome. I'm still waiting now to speak with the Crown Prosecution Service and other legal representatives to find exactly what course of action we will have to be taking.
The law relating to children differs from that for adults. 10 is the youngest age at which a child can be charged with any crime in England and Wales. In Scotland, it's 8. Below such an age, the law considers children unaware of the consequences of their actions. Even between the age of 10 and 14, the prosecution must still prove knowledge of serious wrongdoing. If convicted, the child can be detained at a special treatment centre for an indeterminate time. Lawyers say the presence of a guardian during interview is an important safeguard.
A child should be always accompanied by a responsible adult to ensure that the interviewing, for example, is carried out fairly and correctly, and perhaps to make any objections to questions which an adult could make for himself.
The law makes special arrangements aimed at protecting children's rights. Under the 1984 Police and Criminal Evidence Act, a child must be accompanied by an appropriate adult, such as a parent, guardian or social worker, during questioning in police custody. That person can advise the child on answering questions, and any statements would have to be signed by him or her. The child also has the right to free legal advice. Police can detain the child overnight, but normally he or she would be put in a secure home under the care of social services.
The main problem that police face is that children are very suggestible. This means that the police must be very careful not to lead them. On the other hand, if they do not lead children in their questioning, the children very often don't give an answer at all. This means that when the case comes to court and the jury see or read what the children have said to the police officers, they very often place no reliance at all upon that evidence because they know how suggestible children actually are.
Tonight in Liverpool, a special memorial service is to be held for James Bulger. Not since the Hillsborough disaster has the city seen such a collective feeling of grief.